comic. He is amazing. He's been doing it for just over a year now. He came in, made a splash, and everybody fell in love with him. He's so squishy and lovable. You'll get to see that right now. Put your hands together for our friend, Daniel Baltazar.
If you thought tonight was going to get cleaner after Adam said that, boy, are you about to be disappointed. All right, how are we doing tonight, everybody? Oh, sorry, my dick stuck to my chonies a little bit. It was November. I made the most of the time that I've had since then. All the guys know what I'm talking about. I know Adam sure knows what I'm talking about.
100%. There you go.
Yeah, I didn't even mean to do No Nut November. I was just waiting for the opportune time to be like, oh, okay, everybody's out of the house. Ooh, let's get it. That time never came. So and when I saw how close I was to the end of November, I was like, fuck it, let's just do it. Would not recommend it though. Anyways, on the topic of dicks and beating off. So when I'm gonna come out and say I was a fucking weird kid. Here's how weird. Like when I was a little kid, like there were these characters that I didn't necessarily want to fuck because I didn't know what sex was. I was a little kid. I'd be seriously fucked up if I knew what sex was at like 5 years old. But there were characters that I knew what kissing was, so at the very least I wanted to have an intense makeout session with them. You know, just throw them down on the bed, you know, shit like that. So I'll take it back to where it all started for me. It all started with Ariel from The Little Mermaid. She was my first cartoon crush, even if I didn't want to admit it. Yeah. Trevor knows what I'm talking about. Really, she's the reason why I have such a fetish for redheads in general. Fictional ones, might I add, because as I'm sure Trevor might tell you, red ones will steal real ones will steal your soul.
True.
Fictional ones. Now, fictional characters in general, I have a couple rules when it comes to them. One, they can't be canonically dead. That just feels weird. It'd be like still beating off to Carrie Fisher. Two, the character can't be irredeemably evil. Like I won't lie, there's some female villains that are like, damn, I'll let that take me over. But at the same time, there's like tiers to it. There's certain ones where it's like, I don't care how sexy she is, get that thing the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
And then number three, the most important one, they can't be underage. Now, Ariel, in the first movie, yeah, she's a teenager, so I would understand why you're like, oh shit, where's this going? But here's where I'm going with this. In the sequel, she's a MILF. So it's fucking legal, so let's go. Now, all the promotions and all the merchandise, they'll show like her mermaid form or her in a pink dress. Show me where it says that it's not legal, Ariel. Now back to the weird thing. Here's another character that I didn't necessarily want to fuck or even kiss. I just wrote like weird stuff, or not necessarily wrote, just like imagined weird shit. But it was that fish that Angelina Jolie played in that movie Shark Tale.
Oh yeah.
So keep in mind, I didn't necessarily want to fuck that, but here's what I did do. I just took her character and then Will Smith's character and then just made them, be like superheroes alongside SpongeBob and his friends when I was a kid. Yeah, bro, everything had to be tied to SpongeBob when I was a kid. Like, I don't care what it was. Like, it always had to be tied to SpongeBob when I was a kid. You know those annoying ass Bible thumpers? Those people that make everything about Jesus? That's how I was as a kid, but with SpongeBob. Now I can get why all the kids hated me in elementary school. And I hate Bible thumpers and proselytizers. Yeah, make it break out the dictionary for that one. What am I kidding? But like Adam said, we live in an age where if you hear a word that you don't know, you just... Proselytizer, what does that mean? Yeah, so this last character that that Kid Me was obsessed with and definitely wanted to have an intense makeout session with. This one will definitely make you all look at me like I was on the Epstein list. But remember, I was a kid when I had my crush on this character. So this final character, it was Penny from that old Disney movie Bolt, if anybody remembers that. Weird. The worst thing. No, Penny was the girl, not the dog. I'm not a fucking furry. If there are any furries, you best run. Otherwise, I'm going hunting. I'd say the worst thing that I ever did with Penny when I was a kid was make a little Lego version of her and then have her marry a SpongeBob toy of mine. That's some R. Kelly shit right there. Yeah. I'm gonna just end up by saying, yeah, now I can see why I was not very popular in elementary school, or even school in general. That's been my time. Have a good night.
No, he deserves more than that. Let's hear it for Daniel Baltazar! Wow!